Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frost Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
I like boobs.
Who doesn't?
Yes.
Imposter! Imposter!
No.
I almost
Jack.
missed the show because I was painting my room.
Yeah. See? It's the real Jack. It's the real Jack. Moonshock.
Hi! How the hell are you? That's nice. Thank you. Drive through. Thanks for coming. Bye.
All right. Moon's kind of angry because he just got finished breaking his wife's back. Right.
Lies! Damn lies!
Terry, are you back from getting your food? No. Okay. Good timing. All right. And this week's special guest, we have Inquisitor 8.1.
Hello, everyone.
And Jack Cochran.
I put pants on for this.
I mean,
that's how you know he made an effort.
It's not a
they're
wedding.
pajama pants. It was a half effort.
It's not a wedding. Jeez. Are you
More
back,
effort
Terry?
than he puts in for most shows.
Yes, I haven't put the food away, but it's just sitting over on the couch. But yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, Terry. Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. We're finished. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, good night. See ya.
All right, we'll see you next week. This is a great special. All right.
Best corner ever.
So what do you say we start with our first article?
Must we?
It is a bit cliche. Let's start with the third article. Let's mix things up.
And then let's start with the first game and all that, and then let's just do game after game after game, and then hey, we're done. Look.
All right, fine. I'll consider this the third article.
There you go.
DC Comics Secret Agenda.
Oh God, more fucking comics.
A review of Superman, Son of Kal-El, numbers 1 through 7, plus annual.
Okay, who is this motherfucker? Chad Parento. He certainly fucking ain't gonna be a Chad. I tell you that much.
I was gonna say, he could. Who knows? Give him time to cook. He may be talking about the secret agenda of trying to turn Superman gay. I mean,
Oh, wait. I gotta see. Is that him? Oh, I think that is him. Let me. Oh, he's a.
DC's secret agenda behind Superman, Son of Kal-El, and featuring the adventures of the grown-up bisexual son of Superman and Lois Lane is this. DC is letting the team behind this comic create interesting characters and well-written stories until it's no longer profitable to do so.
it's already not profitable to do so. Every single time they do this shit, it lasts for like 7 issues and then it's over.
Okay, picture this guy.
How many times has Kamala Khan been rebooted?
Picture this guy is in chat, and this guy is a total fucking soy boy.
Yeah, this article is from last January.
Oh, he looks like a. I don't know. If that dude were driving a van around my neighborhood, I'd call the cops.
I was just gonna say he's gonna ask you to help him load something in his van.
Yeah, will you help me find my lost dog? He's a really sweet little boy. There's a picture inside the back of my van.
Yeah, and I don't follow comics. Is this run still going?
I don't think so.
It got canceled, and then they moved the character over to Action Comics. So he's the main character in Action Comics now.
That's it.
Son of Kal-El. It ran for 18 issues and 1 annual.
That's it. Sorry if you got.
Year. July 21st to. Oh no, it ran for a year. It was July 21st to December 2022.
Sorry if you got caught in my attempt to troll the people attacking this comic.
Whoa, that was a clever troll. I fell for it immediately.
Yeah. Since the news about Jonathan Kent being revealed to be bisexual, some people have called this book a product of DC's agenda. Still not sure what they mean. They've used words like smut to describe this book, made the original colorist who quit the book in protest into a hero, and made statements like superheroes are not defined by their sexuality, while unironically praising all other superheroes defined by their heterosexuality and whiteness.
Oh my God, there were like 5 people bitching about this and all the fucking shops bought the Pride editions so they could try and rake in some money off retard speculators who are like, we need to support that. Oh, shut up! And the guy that quit, he now works over for Ripperverse.
It's really kind
What?
of frustrating too because it was written by Tom Taylor and he wrote Injustice, and that was a good comic.
That was Tom Taylor's only good one. Then they let him go do whatever the fuck he wanted, and it was all
Yeah.
social justice nonsense. He's
Yeah.
a terrible writer most of the time. When he has editorial, like a lot of these guys, he can do pretty good stuff, but he just tends to have free reign, and then he goes off on all this crazy nonsense that nobody cares about but him. And he's like, look how progressive I am. He's got that smug, punchable face. Like, did you learn your lesson yet? Ugh. Shut up.
This guy is a poet for hire, according to his profile.
Yeah. Oh god.
Okay, so
What?
I don't have all the comics backgrounds that some of y'all have. And I've had maybe 2 comic books my entire life. Very sheltered childhood, everything like that. But I'm not completely ignorant of DC or Marvel universes. What comic book character out there is specifically defined by their heterosexuality?
None of them.
Or
There's
their
not a single one.
whiteness.
Yeah, there's
Or
not
their
a
white-
single
yeah, or
one.
their
No,
whiteness.
There is one character who's defined by their whiteness. Snowflame.
Oh, I was gonna
Well,
say.
that's the cocaine, though.
I was gonna say
well,
Moon Knight.
There you go. Well, yeah,
Moon
Moon
Knight,
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah, Moon Knight. Too,
Hey,
yeah.
don't
But
say nothing about Moon Knight. I have no idea who that is.
Snowflame,
But
Snowflame is
Well-
literally defined by his whiteness because his superpowers are powered by cocaine.
Yeah, Will, I hate to break it to you, but there's a long-standing character called Heteropus Slayer, and he's one of the most powerful characters out there.
Well, I mean, okay,
I want to
Well,
buy
I mean,
that series.
When there's when there's people that are sitting there talking about like heterosexuality. Okay, we can think of a ton of heterosexual relationships in comic books. They're all over the place, right? We've got Spider-Man and Mary Jane. You got Gambit and Rogue and stuff like that. But these are like interactions with characters that developed organically. These are developed, these are interactions and relationships with these characters that have developed over time and are interesting and have been interesting for a long time, since the fucking 70s. So when these people sit there and say they're defined by it, I'm like, no, you're putting undue emphasis on the fact that they're heterosexual because it bothers you that they're not homosexual. Okay? It has nothing to do with the fact that they're heterosexual. That's a problem. It's a problem with you.
Yeah,
Also, as much as that they might complain, heterosexuality is the default. Just going by
is.
numbers.
Yeah. Well, not only that,
Well,
it's
also
the
going
default
by
for
ju-
species, being perpetuated. You need heterosexuality to, propagate the species.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
mean,
from-
you could be gay if you want and stuff, but it is, technically abnormal.
yeah, 'cause
If,
you can't
if you
read
believe evolution, if you believe in evolution, then you absolutely should be opposed to the notion because it is counter to.
Well, it comes down to a lot of these writers are lazy and they're bad at their jobs because a lot of the stuff they're writing are characters that were straight that they just suddenly decided are gay now.
Well, that's the thing
Yeah,
is like,
Iceman.
John Kent. Well, yeah, Iceman's a big one. John Kent was never developed as like, either straight or gay. They just kind of, he was a kid before. So it's weird that now they're, going off and trying to force things like gay relationships on these characters. You have a point with Iceman. Yeah, he was not gay until what was his name? Made him gay.
That was Bendis, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah, Bendis. Good God, it's like,
Is Jonathan Kent the one who punched the reality and broke it?
are you talking about America Chavez?
No, it's was it Superboy or something? It was DC.
I have no idea. I didn't read anything about that.
I don't know. I don't
I
know
know
as
that-
much. I don't know
I know
DC as
Ameri-
well as Marvel.
I know America Chavez punched a hole and went back and stole the Hitler punch from Captain America. That was in the critically acclaimed by 4chan series of America Chavez by Gabby Rivera and Joe Quinones, the absolute dog shit comic book that inspired a very good remake where the writer made all of like the lesbian utopian parallel and all that kind of stuff a figment of her imagination from a diseased mind when she's dying. It's amazing. Like I cannot recommend it enough. If you guys want to read a horrible comic book and then another comic book that completely took everything in that horrible comic book and made it like good because they shat all over it, you have the Gabby Rivera America Chavez, and then you have Made in America, which is a really good series.
The only thing I know about comics is that Marvel fights with Capcom and DC fights with Mortal Kombat.
Well, Marvel
true.
fights with Capcom in really, really shitty games now because who reads the X-Men anymore? To quote Marvel Comics.
Well,
So-
yes.
See, that's my problem with the games is that I like Mortal Kombat, but I like Marvel. So
Well,
So,
Marvel had its own hardcore everyone dies comic book series called was it the Ultimates, Jack? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
There are
It was terrible.
straight Marvel fighting games with no Street Fighter characters. There's like Marvel superheroes, X-Men.
Yep. I have
Children of the Atom.
I have an arcade cabinet
Yeah,
of Marvel
like,
superheroes.
lots of Marvel
that's
games. So
awesome.
if you just want the Marvel side of things, there's plenty of games that have the characters.
well, we should probably get further in the article.
Nah.
Further
Do
than
we?
one
Do we have
paragraph.
to?
But they saved the worst of their continued ire for this panel in issue number 1, where we see him say, "Truth, justice, and a better world."
Mm.
That's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
catchy.
All of a sudden, the catchphrase, "Truth, justice, and the American way," is being treated like the Pledge of Allegiance. Never mind that Superman has been revealed himself to be a globalist several times over.
All within the last 10 years by the same writers.
Yeah. Legacy of Superman has always been and always will be truth, justice, in the American way.
Yeah.
I say that's the reason why Alan Moore wrote The Watchmen. One of the things that they said is that in that series in particular was a reference to Superman, is that God is real and he is American. Is a direct reference to Superman.
And apparently his evidence is this panel where it shows Superman saying that he's going to protect the world. That makes him a globalist, apparently.
What
That doesn't make him a
globalist,
globalist. What do you think the American military's been doing for the past 50 years?
Yeah, right?
Unless you're a globalist, you want all the rest of the world to be destroyed.
Well, I mean, kind
Globalist.
of, but
Forget common sense.
And
Let's
the Bilderbergs.
destroy the child.
Destroy the child. Consume them all.
Forget common sense. Let's take a Darwin Cook interview where he complains about creators changing and sexualizing decades-old characters and take it way, way out of context to justify attacks on how a creator writes a character created less than 10 years ago. Or maybe, just maybe, you could simply read the stories and see if they're good.
they're not. That's the
But
problem.
they're not. Yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we did a show for over 2 years talking about how shit the comic book industry has been getting.
Yeah, like
Clearly,
Tim
you
Drake
just didn't
minis-
read them.
yeah, I read that Tim Drake miniseries, and I didn't bother to review it because it was so bad. I got a free set. It was like 5 issues, and the guy at the comic shop's like, "You need to read this," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Just read it." And he's a gay man. Okay, the gay man gave me these, and I read it, and I went back and was like, "Why did you do this to me?" this was painful. He's like, "I know, it's some of the worst writing in comics I've ever seen."
So I would have messed with him and have been like, "Why did you do this to me? I'm gay now."
Yeah, God, I was infected by the gay agenda.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so fabulous. He would have saw right through that, and he would have laughed. To be fair, but I was just so offended that I was like, "These are in my house." And that's like somebody giving you a box with a demon in it. You know, here's a divot box. have fun with that little hell spawn that we trapped in there, and you can unleash on your house.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
fuck you. I don't want this shit in here.
Here's the
To be fair-
Necronomicon.
I'll just quote Mitch Hedberg. Someone approached me on the street and gave me a flyer, which is essentially saying, "Here, you throw this away."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That guy's got great one-liners. All right. And if they are, maybe pass that on to other people who might pick them up. Comics writer Kevin Church put it best in one of his characters' mouths about the industry years ago. To paraphrase his character Lydia, the only way companies listen is if you stop giving them your money for terrible product. The flip side is that you pay for good books that just happen to have representation. DC will put those out no matter how many people complain.
I want to go back to one quick thing here. Forget common sense. Let's talk Darwin Cook interview where he complains about creators changing the sexualizing decades-old characters. And then he goes on to say something about like characters that were created less than 10 years ago. No one's talking about that for characters that were created less than 10 years ago. Everyone's talking about it for legacy characters.
Oh, come on. How long has Superman been around? What like 10, 15 years?
Only almost 100 at this point. You know, it's fine.
It is buns of steel.
And here's the panel.
Are you silly, Billy?
Here's the thing. We have money. Help us give you the money. Treat us like people, or we'll just buy our comics elsewhere.
You don't buy comics! That's the problem! You sit there and want representation in comic books and you don't fucking buy them! That's why this industry is dying!
Or pirate them from the internet. We're smart. We know how to do that, okay? And then some fat chick is singing Beetle and Booster Time.
These people are like the living embodiment of the I don't like the thing. So they changed the thing and they said, okay, we changed the thing. Are you going to buy the thing? They said, we never had any interest in the thing.
Yep. Gatekeeping is good.
It can be. I mean, look at gentlemen's clubs. Those are not fun anymore because all the chicks got involved. Can I share some images real quick?
What kind of images?
Pictures of Rico.
I was saying you immediately talked about gentlemen's club and then said, can I share some images, Zach?
That does sound like me, but
it's a little sus. I'm not gonna lie.
A book came out a couple months ago, and I got some panels for it because of doing a video.
I figured it's Jack, so it's probably Asians.
No, sadly.
Okay.
The
I
art's
mean,
not
it's gonna
that
be
bad.
it's gonna be kind of small on everyone's screens, but
Yeah,
That's okay. You'll get the general idea of it.
that art's not that bad.
The art's not that bad, but this is Kendra,
Who's-
Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hawk Girl. What? Wait, that's a woman.
And
Yes.
This
that's
is also a woman. They're college friends and they're catching up, right? And now she's divorced and gay, and of course, she has the
I can
the
tell
gay
that just by the haircut.
yeah, exactly. So here's a big, thick, fat chick they're introducing with a talking dog because why not?
Now that
It's
is terrible.
dumb. Yeah.
How did? And this is all from the same book.
Yep. This is Hot Girl issue 1. So
Ugh.
next week, number 3 comes out.
Yep.
But I'm really far behind on because Dad being in the hospital, I
Yep.
didn't have time to get
Mhm.
a lot of stuff done. And here's a big fat black woman with pink hair, who is of course her lover. Say they're gay, and this chick is attracted to Hawk Girl, and Hawk Girl said, "Am I your type?" And she's like, "Gee, I don't know." Well, lip piercing, nose piercing, stupid hairdo, a tie, because subverting gender norms.
Yeah.
But you gotta
is
have
Hawk
them-
Man still staunchly conservative?
We haven't seen Hawkman in a while.
Ah.
So, and here's Kendra Hawk Girl at a BLM rally. Same issue.
Oh God.
That's a handsome young man right there.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
it's not nearly as bad as Marvel. I mean, you have that one issue of Captain Marvel where Carol Danvers looks like fucking Jason Mewes.
Yeah. That's the type of shit they're putting out, though. It's lazy and it's boring. You
And
had
it's bad. For the most part, it's bad art. There's some some of that was not badly rendered, but you've got to look at the source material too.
Yeah, you have at least one lesbian couple and a talking dog, which is becoming a really common theme in comics lately.
Mm.
Then you have
Lesbian couple and
Kendra.
talking dog.
It's the
Yeah.
talking dog that sells the comics at this point, I'm sure.
No,
Well, because-
the talking dog by itself would be interesting, but it would probably be gay too.
Probably.
Well, because
So
you
you-
know that the comic artist has a dog that she calls her kid. You know, so she has to have the
Her
dog
baby.
in the comic. Yeah.
It cleansed my palate with going back to Batman 122.
All right, let's see. DC wants to make money. There's an undeniable and uncomfortable fact that most, if not all, companies are marketing to marginalized groups with more of an eye on profit than genuine inclusivity. On one side, it's great when alt-right non-fans get angry when capitalism stomps on the get woke, go broke belief. On the other side, nearly
It
all
never
of it...
has with comic books. The industry is dying. It's bleeding. It has for well over 2 decades.
Because clearly they're not inclusive enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just not enough gay characters. They got to make 75%.
Well, I mean
of them gay.
that's definitely what their diversity and inclusion officer at the company is saying,
Yeah.
but it is not being proven in sales figures.
No, this is more of a night of profit than genuine inclusivity. How do you think you stay in business as you keep the eye on profit? If the
Yeah.
inclusivity is that much of a demand in your market, the people buying it are going to say, hey, get this to us. Not the people who are like, we wouldn't buy it anyway. We're not going to buy it, but you got to change it for us.
On the other side, nearly all of it is still shameless marketing. It's too big a dilemma for any one article. The best solution I can think of is to scrutinize each new product, and the best thing I can say about this product is that they got Tom Taylor to write it. Through event books like Deceased and the Injustice series, I saw Taylor get a handle on characters like Superman and Batman. He approached them more as a family and less as a paranoid group of coworkers. See the Identity/Infinite Crisis days of DC's publishing history. Even when depicting bleak stories, he was writing less about a group of infighting thugs and more about broken and divided families.
The whole idea was done much better by better writers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're just copycats. This is lazy copycat stuff.
It's a time-honored tradition for mainstream comics to tackle modern topics, with both good and awkward results. How could Taylor do any less in today's political climate? So-called critics grasping at straws have criticized Taylor for using the fictional country of Gamora. Both it and its dictator are reused acquisitions from Wildstorm Comics. But it's another time-honored tradition to use stand-in countries to be real-world, without breaking believability with the reader. Additionally, Taylor is blending real-world issues like the Earth heating up with the inner workings of the DC universe to create
So
some
fictional.
interesting results.
Climate fiction.
The world warming since the last ice age.
You can only change the real world so much, even in an alternate timeline, which I'm assuming this is because comics. But Taylor makes the journey enjoyable. Plus, given the last half-decade, his take on Lex Luthor is perfect.
I'm wondering what that link is going to follow to.
Is this a little soy boy Lex Luthor?
No, that's
Probably gay Superman.
All right, let's see. Wonderful art by John Timms helps Taylor keep the story as he focuses on the human side of John Kent and captures the essence of everything fans have enjoyed about Superman over the last few decades. The title
people
of the
haven't been
hype...
enjoying Superman. Superman has been bleeding readers ever since the death and return of Superman.
Everybody likes it. He's bisexual.
Oh,
Didn't you see him kiss the boy?
I did. I did.
But if he's bisexual, does it mean they've got him kissing the girl too?
Yeah.
No,
Nope.
that's not inclusive.
Yeah.
The title of the hyped issue number 6, which promised John's kiss with guerrilla journalist, Gamora refugee and love interest Jay Nakamura, was one chef's kiss of an Easter egg. The story of John's relationship might be moving too fast, but so do most young adult romances. It's a nice parallel of the classic Superman-Lois relationship, without any icky overtones of keeping secret identities. With the first 6 issues of Superman Son of Kal-El soon coming out in a trade, and a new arc beginning in issue number 7, the time to jump on is perfect. This book deserves to survive on its own merits, and not because of some half-baked agenda concocted by Z-list outrage manufacturers.
Well,
Which, ironically or unironically, is the only reason why it is
it
standing
didn't
at all.
survive. It didn't
Yes,
survive.
This
Spoiler
article
alert.
doesn't cover any of the important information. I still don't know frame data on any of John Kent's normals. I don't know how to do his super move. This is a completely worthless article.
But the important information, Terry, is that he's getting better.
Well, if you scroll back down to the almost kiss, I mean, they both look like lesbians, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, there is the actual kiss in the interior of the comic.
I mean, if it
But-
weren't for the eyelashes, he would look like a normal, guy. But
Yeah.
the eyelashes make him look gayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article, or the third article, rather,
Third article, correct.
comes the first game. And that is Sad Lib's Double Prompt Edition,
Moonshock's
Where-
favorite game.
Yay!
where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style, and then the chat will vote on which one is best.
It's a
And-
living thing. Hey, if I've got to be Jack, I've got to be Jack, right?
Rules are rules.
Uh,
That is true.
Rules are rules. I didn't write them. I just got to follow them.
All right. And we'll have for the guest one, we'll have Quiz do 1 word and Jack do the other word.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So, Jack Gunsky, give me a living thing.
Does it matter if it's a proper person or not? Just
Probably non-specific.
non-specific.
Would you like
Get
to
back
skip?
with me.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a good job filling in for Jack. All right.
That is true.
All right, Moon, give me
I
a
can't
living
help
thing.
it. Rules are rules.
Prostitute. See, I had mine. No, I didn't have mine prostitute right away. I had that idea. No, wait. Never mind.
I didn't have my prostitute right away.
Yeah.
Jeez, your wife breaks your back and immediately you got prostitutes on the mind.
Ah,
All right.
well,
Terry, give me a living thing.
Pot plant.
Pot plant?
yes, a pot plant, as in marijuana.
No,
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
not just like a
Marijuana?
plant that you grow in a pot, like
So
the-
a potted
Stuff
plant.
You mean a potted plant?
well, we call them pot plants, but sure.
Well, for our actual English speakers,
No. You speak American. I speak closer to English.
And we
Alright.
speak real English.
yeah, you speak English.
We took English and improved it.
Yes.
So
The
let's see.
Britons may have invented the language. We perfected it.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
he said.
You
Yeah, alright.
you kind of ruined it. You don't even know the last letter of the alphabet. You get that all wrong.
You mean why?
No, it's Z. If I wanted to
See,
speak
what-
Latin,
what
I would
proof do
speak
you need?
Latin.
It doesn't even the song doesn't even rhyme if you say Zed. right.
Like they're mad because we got rid of all those U's that they use.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of U makers out there that are unemployed now.
All right. Quiz. I need a transitive verb.
Have, and Jack can have the last part of it.
Huh? I don't know.
Have is the transitive, and
As an
Jack can come up with the verb.
HALV.
No,
That-
HAVE.
No.
Oh.
You just come up with a transitive verb.
Well, yeah, a transitive verb is like, has gone, or so on and so forth.
That's like a verb you do to something, like push or
Well,
something.
Yeah, but I'm doing it so that there's two words, so Jack can come up with the other half of it.
Oh no, there's another.
Yeah, he's gonna
thing.
come up with the adjective.
Oh, okay, he's got to come up with an adjective. Came. Say whatever you want for the proper spelling of it.
All right. Well, it's not past tense, so I'm just gonna do come. All right.
There you go.
All right. Let's see.
And spelled it right too.
Okay, so let's see. Moon, give me
Okay,
a male person possessive. Oh, that's right. We still don't have Jack's.
Talking dog.
Adjective.
Gotta keep it on subject. The talking dog.
I thought, okay. And for a male person, possessive, Jack Gunskys.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry, give me a past tense transitive verb.
Cheated.
Is that transitive?
Yeah. Like if
Yeah.
you rip someone off, you cheated them.
Yes. So help me, Terry. If you ruin my chance at winning again,
I don't care.
All right.
I know
And,
you don't care.
Jack Gunsky, give me a person.
Stacey Abrams.
Oh,
Yeah, you are staying on brand.
Yeah.
You said one person, not five.
Okay.
She's down to 5. Lost weight then.
So let's see. Jack Gunsky's is. My dad is
Have you
black.
done
Still
the
missing
adjective?
one.
Wait.
What?
You haven't done Cochran's adjective.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Jack Cochran, I need an adjective.
My dad is black, but I'm a talking dog.
Mammoth.
Okay. All right. So Jack Gunsky's. My dad is black, but I'm a talking dog. Jack Gunsky's statement on his racial identity.
Oh, damn.
Well, he is a pug, so yeah.
Kind of on the nose.
All right. And Moons. A gay prostitute was cheated in a care home, and my cat almost died.
Two separate, very separate things.
Is it?
Let's see. Terry's. She teases her potted plant with the naked body of Stacey Abrams by the backyard pool.
Oh. I mean, that's a good way to tease your potted plant.
All right. And Quiz and Jax. I come black people, and I'm not mammoth.
Ew.
Wow, that's
Damn.
Hmm.
Are you sure you're not mammoth?
Boy, anything I say will really get us in trouble. So
It's fine. It's not our channel, Jack.
that's a good point.
Yeah, 13% of
You're
my
a bullet.
cum is causing problems. I don't know.
But it only causes problems 55% of the time. Or is it 50? No.
All right, so give me a sec to start a poll so that then check and vote on which is best.
I have to say these are all pretty funny. So
don't see the poll up yet.
I'm-
Oh, there it
I
is.
got it. I got it.
Something about coming black people. That just sounds wrong.
Hmm.
Or is
I
it
mean-
right?
mean-
Ew.
Technically, black men do it all the time.
Well,
it
I mean,
looks
they
like
only come half of a black people. They don't have the other half.
yeah, man.
To be
mean,
fair, though, if it weren't for it, there wouldn't be any other black person.
Yeah,
If it
yeah.
weren't for it.
They're only providing half of the ingredients themselves.
I mean, only half a black person. That's kind of messed up. Even the South had 3/5.
Well, I think Obama was only half black, right?
Yeah, there you
Wow. So he's just a sperm.
go. Hmm.
He may have. I don't know. There's a lot of mystery there.
Yeah,
I'd have
we
to check
got
his birth certificate.
we got to work the math out. Yeah. And also, we have 35 viewers, but only 22 likes, which yeah, it's kind of messed up. I'm starting to think they don't like black people.
Well,
Yeah.
they definitely don't.
So it looks like Quiz and Jack are in the lead, with Terry
Yay!
close behind.
Yay!
Yeah, give it a few more seconds.
We're in the lead with cum.
Well, I think because it's two people, I think half of the vote should go to Quiz and the other half should go to Jack Cochran. So they're actually only on 21% each.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
I see how it is, Terry. We're just
The
less.
second and third place.
We're just less than a whole person when it comes to voting, huh? Hmm?
Yep.
Is that it?
It's because they're
Yeah.
black. All right. So looks
Together,
like
we're one black man.
with our powers combined.
We are one black man.
All right. So it looks like Quiz and Jack win with Terry at a close second.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
All right. And now on to our second article.
Make this one the
You do
first,
the first
Let's keep
article
it,
now.
let's keep it mixed up.
Yes.
All right.
that.
Next on to our first article. Can we stop spouting the lie that men are protectors?
No.
Men
Well, why don't
gaslighting.
we make it a lie first, and then we can stop spouting it.
Zena Moore.
All right, so what we need to do is start getting the kids to go stop the intruders. All right, Billy, there's somebody in the house. Here's a baseball bat. Go
Oh.
solve that.
God,
No, I think I know what the problem is. She's
Here-
so ugly, no man wants to protect her, so she's
Hey, Jack.
protecting from
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jack, you're in the U.S. Billy gets a rifle.
No, Billy gets a baseball bat. He's not responsible enough, and he's grounded. So
Yeah. Plus, he got kicked by a mule once, so yeah. All right. Let's see.
You can have
Men
the
get-
rifle, just no bullets.
Savvy, stop.
Men gaslighting women about their role as protectors does not keep them safe.
oh, this sounds like a bitter, angry, lonely woman.
Mm-hmm.
Would I expose you to someone like that, Jack?
Yes,
Yes, routinely. You would do it on the hour if you could.
you absolutely would.
One day, many years ago, I'd taken a staycation from work
That
and
is a
gone
stupid word.
A what?
yeah, and gone to the beach on a weekday. I appreciated not having to deal with crowds and had a restful day. However, upon leaving the beach, a random man accosted me and started harassing me with phrases such as "You looking good, mammy. I want to take you home."
Mommy.
Wow.
Mammy?
Okay,
Wow.
uh,
Is she a
I
fat
get-
black woman?
He's a Gone with
Wait,
the Wind
she's,
fan.
she's black, but here's the thing, right? If he's calling her mammy, is he gonna ask for like some Aunt Jemima syrup too? I mean,
Right? Is he
Oh,
like, you
okay,
know
I-
anything about birthing babies? Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mhm.
Keith
I-
is saying it's pronounced mommy, but it's M-A-M-I.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I've got to insert just a little anecdote here because one of the things that when I was on the rocks with the ex, and I should never have gone this far, was delivered roses and chocolates to her at her workplace, which she complained about as stalking at that
Oh.
point. To which every female friend I've ever had is like, I wish my husband and or boyfriend would stalk me like that.
Pictures in chat.
Of his ex?
From stalking his ex?
No,
No,
she's
it's
actually
the-
better. She looks more sane than my ex.
Oh,
Hmm.
jeez.
We jump scared Jack.
Yeah, look, Halloween's too close for this shit. Come on, guys.
Keith says she's average, no homo.
He kind of looks like a homo. I could believe it.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I believe she's got a penis. Yeah.
All right, let's see. You looking good.
What?
You looking good, mammy. I want to take you home. While I was anxious, I resolved to keep my cool and ignored him. After about a minute, once the man realized that I would not respond to his advances, he snidely remarked, "You must be a lesbian, otherwise you'd see I'm a good man."
Okay.
I'll take
Yeah.
things that never happened for 500, Alex.
And
Yeah,
then everyone
this-
clapped.
This did
Yeah.
not happen. I saw her picture. Nobody believes the story. I got catcalled and harassed. No, you didn't. That dude came out and was like, "Why are you on my property? This is my private beach. It's my kid's sandbox. Get out."
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of back in college, me and my roommate at like 1 a.m. there was like a bar like right next to our dorm, and we would like stand outside when it closed just to watch all the drunk people filter out and like pretty much laugh at them.
Yeah.
And there was like this one like drunk black guy, and he was like talking trash about some woman nearby, and she like blew him off, and not in the good way, but
Yeah.
and he goes, if she were a real woman, she would have slapped me. All right.
Wow.
Why that man thought that insulting me would make me want to get with him is beyond me. I
So
also
looking
remember
good is an insult now. Okay.
I also remember that there were a handful of other men in our vicinity. None of them made so much as a peep. I managed to leave the area without further incident, but it's one I've never forgotten.
Of course not.
Without much-
Look, bitch, unless you are
Without-
getting physically assaulted, I ain't gonna do shit. If he's just
Yeah.
sitting there like making fun of you, I don't give a fuck.
Without
Why is-
further incident, he talked to you.
Yeah, why is it everybody around you's job to protect you from some guy flirting mildly? Like this isn't even. It wasn't like he was like hanging on you, grabbing your probably very saggy boobies.
Look,
He's
honestly,
just like, "Hi, how you
even
doing?"
if the guy was being violent, I'm not getting involved.
No, that's
like-
what cops are for. I pay taxes,
Yeah.
so I don't have to.
And let's see. Okay, and also like, is it homophobic to defend her from being called a lesbian?
A little bit.
Well,
Uh,
after seeing that picture, I would have thought she was, a dude.
Why that man thought that insulting
That makes
me
you
would-
transphobic, then, Jack. At least that's
Yeah.
what I've been told.
Look, getting involved might be transphobic. What if this is some weird sex game they play?
But being transphobic is good, so I mean, keep it up.
Why that
I
man
don't-
thought that insulting me would make me want to get with him is beyond me.
Oh, trust me, honey. Nobody would want to get with you.
Oh, that's right. I finished this paragraph.
There's
All right.
there's somebody drunk enough and desperate enough to want to get with her, Mooney. You know that.
Pass.
Men are
Well, I mean,
devolving.
you got a good woman. I wasn't talking about you, but you go out to the bars, you're gonna find somebody drunk enough and desperate enough to cry.
Okay.
Yeah, what really turns me on about her is her receding hairline.
Well, people with receding hairlines typically make up for it somewhere else. Hi.
I always look for the starred in a sitcom with Jerry Seinfeld look in a woman.
Oh God.
Their beard?
I bring up one of I bring up one of my numerous instances of ignoring a man's advances because women take our lives into our hands by doing so.
Oh my god, nobody wants to hit you, lady, unless you're acting like a lunatic.
Re-
Everybody seems to like, they're gonna try and murder me. No, what a waste of time. Do you know how much effort that is?
Jack,
Too
you
much.
just gave the conditional as to why everyone would want to harm her. Lunatic much?
Recently, a man threw a brick at a woman when she refused to give him her phone number.
That's
Several-
not quite what happened.
Several men witnessed the incident but didn't help the woman.
Yeah.
There was a dude in Germany that pushed a
No,
woman
no.
off of a cliff because she refused his advances. Okay, why make this hyperbolic bullshit about someone throwing a brick at a woman?
So there's a clip that was going around Twitter of this black woman saying she got hit in the face with a brick because she wouldn't give a guy her number. But upon looking into it, it basically becomes clear that she was like definitely the one provoking like the conflict. Like she was picking the fight, and then when the guy fought back, as you know, I'm not saying he should have hit her with a brick. I'm just saying he was provoked. But I mean, don't pick fights with people that you can't beat in a fight. That's
Well, I mean, like I said, why go off on this hyperbolic bullshit and not actually go for something that actually happened? I don't believe that someone did that.
Not just you didn't give me your number, I'm gonna smash your face in with this brick. No, that shit makes the news because it's an outlier. It's unusual, not a common thing. If every guy got violent for being moderately rejected, there would be no living women. Let's be honest.
I'm just picturing the guy's got his phone number in one hand and a brick in the other. It's like plan A, plan B.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the author is going to bring up the case where the guy called off the wedding and the woman murdered him and got off in court with them basically saying it was justified.
Bullshit. Fuck off.
Well, you probably had a brick.
Bitches be
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good point. He had a brick.
Let's see. Men turning into beasts over women rejecting their advances is nothing new, because they won't take no for an answer. They are conditioned to be entitled to our bodies and our time.
What?
That woman...
I don't want your body or your time, girl.
Yeah. That woman is lucky to have survived the attack. Other women in her position were not so fortunate. One man killed not one, but 2 women over 10 years apart for rejecting him.
Yeah, those the only 2 women he ever had contact with in a decade? Because you just disproved your own point. Also, we have a request. It's not unusual to get bricks thrown at you.
Let's see. Then there's the story of an Egyptian woman who was stabbed in broad daylight for rejecting a man's advances. Well, don't live in Egypt.
Yeah, you're a Muslim
that is excellent
country.
advice.
Yeah.
Don't dress like a whore at the beach. Oh,
So this isn't just an American issue, but a global one. There's something I want to impart about the young black woman who was hit with a brick. Non-black people accuse black women of being hostile or unapproachable. The reason why black women may seem unapproachable is because no one protects us or has our backs.
Hey, you're empowered women. Yay, feminism.
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Lyndon B. Johnson and the Great
They have, like,
Society,
an
for getting
Egyptian.
everybody hooked on welfare.
We only-
like an Egyptian.
We only have ourselves to depend on. Being hostile, aloof, or unapproachable is a self-preservation tactic that is used to
You
navigate
only have
a hostile
yourselves
world.
to blame. Well,
Welcome to being a man, bitch.
yeah,
So-
yourselves and the Muslims.
So basically she's saying that we have to be a bitch or we die. Remember, black women don't just deal with racism. They deal with misogyny from black men as well.
Well, that's racist. Why is she only singling out black men? I'm sure there's plenty of white people that hate her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Terry, that's racism, not misogyny.
Yeah,
I'll be egalitarian and I'll take that bullet. I hate her too.
no. It's just saying they don't only deal with racism; they deal with misogyny from black men. I'm sure that there's white people that hate her for being a woman,
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
as for being black.
In
Like,
the name of
not-
equality, I hate her.
yes,
Yes.
All right. The internet streets buzzed over the brick incident. Many men stated that the woman deserved the attack for refusing the man's request for her phone number.
that either didn't happen or they were trolling.
Yeah, that was like trolls or maybe like 2 people who were unironic. The onus should not be put on women at all. The onus should be put on men to respect our autonomy and not resort to violence when they don't get their way. However, I think more attention needs to be paid to the male bystanders who witnessed the attack and did nothing. Men
Am
If
I
claim-
cop?
I have to listen to your if I have to listen to you complaining about it much longer, I might get violent.
Am I a cop? Am I getting paid to intervene on your
Yeah.
behalf?
Why is it
No.
everybody else's job to intervene?
Cool. You can go fuck yourself, bitch.
Plus, if you do help and like something bad happens to her, like as part of your attempts to help, she can just sue you and like fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not going to jail or getting sued because I don't know the entire context of the situation. Yeah, I'll call the cops for you. Might even film it. But why do I have to get involved? Why is it everybody else's job to get involved? I guarantee you this woman will not intervene when somebody else is having a problem.
Also, what
Right.
could go
Am I the only one there when Jack said he'll probably even film it? Jack, can you give us your best World Star?
World Star! Woo!
Also, what could go wrong when you go and attack a black man nowadays?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, Rotten Corpse has it because the last to intervene ended up in jail.
Mhm.
Is he like getting manslaughter or murder charges too, or did they finally drop that ridiculousness?
Uh,
I think Green Badger Outdoors makes a good point. Lady, you're not entitled to my body. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. However, I think more attention needs to be paid to the male bystanders who witnessed the attack but did nothing. Men claim to
now
be
she-
protectors, but that incident.
I never claimed to be her protector. Also, why is she entitled to my emotional labor?
yeah, good point.
Or my physical labor? Is she going to pay me for it?
No, that's
also-
reparations.
Also, what if you don't have a brick?
Yeah, that dude's got a brick. I mean, you
Yeah.
ever been hit with a brick? It hurts a lot.
It's-
I've been hit with a
Man-
lot of things. I actually think a brick's on the list.
but that incident should prove once and for that they are not protectors at all and never have been.
Just because you can't get anyone to protect you.
So basically, I was right. No one is willing to protect her, and she's just projecting.
Yep.
It's how men are not and never have been protectors. Those stories about chivalry where men rescued women who were damsels in distress, those were more fiction than fact. What about the custom?
Simps.
What about the custom of men and children? What about the custom of women and children being rescued first in a disaster?
You
That's
mean like
also
the Titanic?
that's also a myth. There never have
Well-
been any legal requirements for women and children to be rescued first.
Yeah,
No,
it's not a
there's no
legal
legal.
requirement.
Yeah, that's just
a
a
moral.
social norm.
It's not a legal requirement, so it didn't happen.
There you go.
I'm with Tyr. Maybe stop being a bitch and you'll find someone to protect you.
Yeah,
The reason why men aren't protectors is primarily because they're conditioned to be selfish and aren't taught empathy. To be a protector requires that one can understand and share the feelings of another person or put themselves
No,
in
it
someone
doesn't.
else's shoes.
actually, you know what the real problem is? In order to protect someone, you need to have authority over them, and women will not allow a man to have authority over them. That just doesn't happen in 2023 anymore.
Yeah, you're a strong woman who don't need no man, so why would I protect you?
No, just like in order to protect someone, you need some control over their actions. Like if they're not going to do what you tell them to do, how can you protect them?
Yeah,
And
like
no woman is going to just accept a man's authority like that.
like saying things like, "Hey, buddy system, don't go out to the beach by yourself. Somebody might
Yeah.
attack you or accost you."
Yeah, like if you're on the hook to protect someone, you need authority over that person. Otherwise, how can you protect them from anything? It's like if they're gonna like, you know what? I feel like walking down the streets of Harlem with the "I hate niggers" sandwich board on my back. It's like, as your protector, I'm going to say you can't do that. Oh, why do you have authority over me? I'm going to go do it. You're like, well, I can't protect you if you're going to deliberately endanger yourself. You need to have like responsibilities have to come with authority. Otherwise, you can't perform your responsibilities.
Exactly what a fascist would say, Terry.
Then I'm a
And-
fascist. I have a lot of
And Terry wants to
And
prevent Die Hard
what-
3.
that.
And what are you smoking to suggest that protectors need empathy? They frequently need a lack of empathy.
Yeah, because then they're going to empathize with the person that you're trying to get them to accost because they just said, "Hey, mommy, I want some pancake syrup."
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
If I need to step in and protect you, you don't want me feeling anything, because if I'm feeling anything, I might lash out at you too.
Yeah. Why
and
should
how
I
many times? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
why should I attack that guy? He just got blood on his lucky brick.
Right, right. Bricky, no.
Bricky!
Look, how many times have the guys here been with a woman who started shit, usually while drunk, because some other guy like said hi, and she's like, "I'm with my man" or whatever, and the next thing you know, she expects you to fight some other dude.
Oh,
You're
dude,
like,
I have been in situations like that. I look over at the other dude, and I'm like, I just put up my hands and I go, "No, she's on her own, man."
Yeah. No, I hey, you pick the fight. You fight yourself. I'm not getting involved.
You just throw a brick down on the floor and let them settle it.
No, you
There
gotta
you
throw you gotta throw a folding chair. If I learned anything from Boondocks, you throw a folding chair.
No, you do it like the Joker in The Dark Knight, where he throws the pool cue, except it's a brick.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you were gonna say plant bombs on ferries, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Those people that weren't involved.
No, that's like 2 or 3 escalations later.
Yeah, I mean, chicks have a way of ratcheting things up more and more, but that comes from being sassy pantses these days. Women used to be a lot more
do you think
respectable.
the new slur for black people is going to be calling them a bricker?
I prefer the joke from one of the cold openings from Letterkenny. Gals who tuck their phones in their bras on the dance floor cannot be knocked out, but gals who take their shoes off on the dance floor will try.
Yeah, that's true. Chicks take their shoes off in a filthy bar. They're dirty girls.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Well, but see, if they're dirty girls, Jack, then they might be more likely to do butt stuff.
True, but
nice.
a lot of dudes have been there before you, probably recently.
True.
Like,
That's
that's
why-
a little easy getting in there. Oh, some other guy lubed me up. Wait,
That's
what?
why you
Yeah.
That's why you always bring protection. A brick. All right.
Yeah.
To be let's see. Sadly, many men lack these attributes, as patriarchy regards them as weak or feminine. However, that begs the following question.
If you want them that empathetic, that's like serious soy injections right there.
Yeah. And if you want a guy to protect you, you're talking about patriarchy. He's going to
Yeah.
have a strong
Yeah.
sense of, like, that's my woman, for him to even step up and try and de-escalate the situation
Yeah,
through brick violence or other.
Yeah, that's what the protection of men is. Patriarchy.
Yeah. This is my brick. This is my dick. One is for fun. The other is for bitches. I don't know. I'm winging it here.
One is for fighting, one is for fun.
You know?
Let's okay. However, that begs the following question. If patriarchy doesn't value kindness, compassion, or empathy in men, how can this system also demand that they be protectors? Essentially, patriarchy served to prop up men regardless of their natural abilities. Patriarchy imparted to men that they deserved to be in control. Patriarchy also taught that men were entitled to access to women. As a result, men sought women to dominate and in turn gaslighted them that they would protect them from harm to keep that access.
Okay, so that paragraph in and of itself, from beginning to end, is proof that we don't live in a patriarchy.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
No?
Hate fact.
If that's true, protect yourself, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you're saying from now on. Go and get a fucking gun, get a stun gun, whatever you want to feel like you're safe. But it's not on anyone else to protect you, not even the cops. Go fuck yourself.
I'm with Quiz. He sold me on that.
However, there is irrefutable evidence that men are the main threat to women and children. According,
if trends in schools are anything to go by, I believe that women are the leading threat and main threat to children.
Yes. Very
And
much so.
That's not just their tiny.
That's only
girlfriends.
just because they don't get any prison time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's no deterrent. There's like no reason for them not to.
Yeah, say why do they care about raping a child? It's not like they're going to see the inside of a jail cell.
Or even lose their jobs, or
I mean,
stop being
yeah.
teachers.
if it's a male child, I'll just get told that they should be grateful.
Yeah.
let's see. According to this article, nearly 30% of women and only 10% of men have experienced rape, physical violence, or stalking. No doubt.
They obviously excluded men in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Because
gonna say,
rapes, if you
of the
include
panel
men
right
in
now-
prison, men get raped far more often than women.
Of the panel
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, I've been stalked. Go and see Adonis Paul's video series on it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Say, I've had
Yeah,
a
have a
stalker. It was
scoop.
decades back, but
Let's see. No doubt these figures are a gross underestimate, as domestic violence, rape, and stalking are underreported crimes.
How do you know?
Because she knows, Terry.
That's why they're
It's a feminist.
it's in the
You-
article right there, Terry. Don't you know
Yeah.
the rules?
She's a feminist. Do you expect her to actually, back up anything that she says?
Women
Oh man, I
hate
set off the
that.
feminism alarm.
Damn, someone just gunned it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Men are encouraged to co-sign other men's violence. The fact that even so-called good guys are complicit when men commit violence by ignoring or downplaying it indicates that they can't or won't protect women. Conclusion.
You immediately said a couple of paragraphs ago that it's not our job. Do it yourself, bitch.
Yeah.
So why can't we stop the cap? Just say lie. Don't say cap. So why can't we stop the cap that men are protectors? Because patriarchy requires that men keep gaslighting women to ensure they continue to get access to them.
You've already
However-
proven and demonstrated that we don't live in a patriarchy. You've already demonstrated that. So therefore, it's nothing to do with patriarchy anymore. In fact, actually, you want patriarchy, bitch.
Yeah, no, literally.
You literally want patriarchy.
The patriarchy isn't working, also it's oppressing us.
Oh, okay.
However, it isn't working. Women are increasingly opting out of relationships with men because men are not the compassionate, kind, or helpful human beings they claim to be.
Oh, men are not
Men-
compassionate. You hear that, old men? It's all
men
your
are
fault,
broken-
men.
Men are broken women. Men are broken women because of that. Women don't want to be in relationships with men. That's what the author is saying here.
It's all your fault, man. Every
Men are
single one of you.
defective women.
It's all our fault. We have to accept responsibility for patriarchy and not patriarchy all at the same time.
If anything, they are predators, not protectors.
Oh, predators! Sweet. Do I get a shoulder cannon?
No.
Just
You get
be
thunder
careful.
claws.
Do I at least get to go invisible?
No,
Just
you
be
get
careful.
a thunder hammer or lightning claws.
Oh, okay.
be-
I'm okay with that.
Do
I'm
I,
okay with
do I
that.
get the heat vision?
Watch
Tell
out!
me I get the infrared.
Watch out for any Austrians hiding in mud.
Like I'm all about Schrodinger's patriarchy, but if I don't get a cloaking device, I don't want to be a predator,
Yeah. I'd rather just be an alien and have acid blood.
right?
Yeah. Aliens are definitely cooler looking.
Well, I mean, I think predators are cooler, but that's okay.
Nah, you got Geiger, man. All right.
Sure, I mean, Geiger's got the artistic pedigree, but I don't know. I just think predators are cooler.
They both have vagina mouth, so
They do.
But
At
one's
least the
got
alien
a
has
double.
vaginas inside of a vagina.
Yeah, one's got a double vagina. All right. Let's see. Additionally, men have overseen the media, education, and many other institutions for centuries, so they controlled the narrative of men being protectors regardless of whether it was true or not. It's now time to change the narrative because women's lives are at risk. Women are told that they need men for protection. But if men are women's biggest threat, who or what can protect them? I don't have an answer. Maybe someone out there does.
This author literally died when a dude asked for pancake syrup. She literally died, guys.
like you do.
Rip in peace.
Because she looked like Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
All right. So, with the end of the first article,
Yes.
comes the second
Yes.
game, which is for the chat only. Jack.
Fucking Jack.
Not me,
that-
the other one.
Yeah.
And that is the caption contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So this week we have Joe and Kamala looking at someone in their car.
Good.
Not at all creepy.
And Willett Forge is playing his role excellently and does deserve a timeout in chat.
Why would he get a timeout?
Well, because he's he's filling the role of Tchaikovsky.
Well, I mean, if Jack Gunsky did a caption, he would get a timeout, but Will's not in the, he's not in the stream.
Oh, fair point. That makes sense.
Let's see.
Really wish it was quicker that I could sit there and go and change my YouTube name to Jack Gunsky.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dumb and Dumber. Can I really touch her all I want? Yes, Joe. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a little on the nose.
Let's see. Look what I found, Jill. Can I keep her? I mean, that's not Jill, but I would not underestimate his ability to not know that she's
No.
Jill.
I think the implication is that he found Kamala and is asking Jill, "Can I keep this black woman?"
Oh, okay. Letting the elderly get some fresh air. Hey, me and my whore need a ride to DC. She will blow you if you take us. Sniff and blow
Get on the
included with
nose
your
there, Tier.
sniff and blow included with your DNC membership.
Sniff and blow might as well be nicknames for the two of them.
That would make a good buddy cop show.
Jill, did you get a tan? Let's... Nope. See, now, Quiz, you are going to have to get a timeout.
Hey. I thought it was funny.
Sorry, those are the rules.
Them's the rules.
All right. The Thieves in Chief. Let's see. Can anyone get this roach off my lap?
Whoa!
Hey, you learned a lot
Just play
about
with the
roaches, okay? All right. Guess who is going to the retirement home? I let my slave ride up front with my dogs.
Oh,
You missed the Biden and Harris go to White Castle.
Nice.
We need donations for drugs and hair care products. Check out this.
Hey, that's Will.
Yeah, we already covered this. Let's
Never mind.
check out this double Dutch rudder we got going.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Slow Joe and Camel Toe need a ride.
Slow Joe and Camel Toe.
Give it a few more seconds. Joe is wondering what is going up his butt. He's a puppet. Yeah, I think I'll cut it off there. So, which one is your guys' favorite so far?
I like Lisa's. Look what I found, Jill. Can I keep her?
Personally, I like Slow Joe and Camel Toe.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Let's see. Jack Gunsky.
Lisa had two good ones, so let's stick with the look what I found, Jill. Can I keep her?
Jack Cochran.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones. I'm gonna have to go with one more step to the right, Joe, and I'll be president.
Who put that?
Faithless.
Faithless.
It popped up right as you started cutting it off.
All right, so
Dog even likes that one.
All right, so let's see. It's between Slow Joe and Camel Toe and the
Look what I found.
Can I keep her? All right, so
Yep.
Who's going with the Slow Joe one?
Me.
And me.
Okay, and the
And Jake.
Yeah,
and the Can I keep her?
me.
And
And I
me.
think it was Will / Gunsky.
All right, so I guess I gotta break the tie because
Will it Gunsky?
Jack Wilson.
Jacket Forge.
Jacket Forge.
Oh.
Let's see. I think I gotta go with the Can I keep her? All right. So let's see. Okay, so that's Lisa. All right. So I'll just copy that down so we can tweet it out later. Okay. And yeah, if I were doing it like I would do like I'm just waiting for them to like wash the windshield and try to ask for
Yeah.
money. Okay. And now on to our what's the second article?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, is it the second or the fourth?
Yeah, it could be either. Well, if we make this one the fourth, then none of them will be right. So let's do that.
All right,
Yeah, it should
on
be
to our
the fourth.
fourth article. A case for female space marines in Warhammer 40K.
Oh, God, fuck off. Where's the Charlie Day? Oh my God, I don't care.
You see, I tend to tailor my articles to my guests.
No, you don't do that.
Dad, are there any girl space marines?
No, they're
I'm
called
s-
Sisters of Battle.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, there aren't any. Why not?
Because
I
the
don't-
Emperor was a patriarch.
I don't know, but I can make you one with my spare bits.
Ew.
What?
Yeah.
You want to phrase that differently? Jeez.
Right? No, what he should have, like any real wargamer would have said is, stop touching my Warhammer stuff and get out of this room. You're not supposed to be in here.
At least it brings up a good point. We had a female space marine. His name is Fulgrim. Fulgrim is the prettiest princess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What shitty thing I had to say to my daughter about a hobby I loved. A hobby
Well,
that
good. Okay, you're not in it anymore. Leave. I don't care. Bye.
a hobby that she was very interested in learning more about. I didn't have any Sisters of Battle to show her.
Well, that's
But,
your
well-
problem.
But while they are cool and have their own interesting lore, they are not space marines.
And they don't need to be.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Why do you have to have female space marines?
You don't.
There's
Yeah,
a ton of
it's-
female Eldar.
I say there's nothing wrong with having the Adepta sororitas, and then the Adeptus Astartes, which is a fraternity.
Oh,
Huh?
patriarchy bigot
Oh, I'm sorry, I am. I'm so bigoted.
monster.
Let's see. Thankfully, I had some spare parts. Stop saying that. Because that spark
No,
of
he's
interest.
nothing but spare parts.
Because
How
that
dare
spark.
you?
How dare you?
Because that spark of interest she showed me almost died. It took one female head. It took one female head from another model to make a girl space marine.
I often try and get head from female models too.
Yes.
Hey, you want to see my spare parts?
Is that what you call it now?
And now she paints with me. But the question still remains: why aren't there any female space marines?
Because there was never intended to be any. Back when there was Rogue Trader, there were like women in Space Marine power armor. Guess what? They didn't fucking sell.
That's right.
You want fucking some bullshit about this for your fucking little wank fest of having female Space Marines? You should have bought it back in the 70s. No? Okay, good. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, Quiz.
Look,
These are
Quiz.
supposed to be rhetorical questions.
Well, the dude
Yeah.
can go fuck himself. I don't give a shit.
No, see, you could probably 3D print some female space marines the same way you can adventurers and wheelchairs for your D&D game,
Ah,
because this is a niche market that nobody else in the hobby wants.
you know one thing I would love to bring up to someone who like demands to have a wheelchair like mounted adventurer. I would say the Castle Ravenloft is not handicapable accessible. And
Yeah,
you
you're
just throw
stuck
them
on
down
the-
a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
It's a
You're stuck in the dungeon because you can't crawl up the stairs. Tard.
it's-
Never argue with Quiz.
There you go.
it's- all right, so I asked our resident AI to see what it had to say. The reason for the lack of female space marines in Warhammer 40k is due to the lore and background story of the setting. According to the fictional universe of Warhammer 40k, space marines are genetically engineered soldiers who are created by implanting gene seed organs into young male recruits. The gene seed organs are based on the genetic material of the Emperor of Mankind, who is male.
No, wrong. They are based off of the Primarch of their chapter or legion.
Or that is what ChatGPT would have you believe.
No,
What?
GPT can go fuck itself.
Why
It's
couldn't
wrong.
he do like a 10-minute internet search? Why do you ask Chat GPT? That's so fucking lazy. How lazy are you for your stupid article? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Plus, further, also, I would like to point out that I try and put seed inside of models too.
Yeah.
But usually you're like, we have a restraining order, blah, blah, blah.
So that's when you get your brick
I'm on the
out.
pill.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
that's what I call them with some of my pewter models. You know, the big heavy ones that I can drop down
Yeah.
into a sock.
I mean, I know nothing about Warhammer, but I would at least like go to the Wikipedia or something.
I 100% agree with Lisa. You can tell this guy's a tourist.
Oh yeah, all these people are tourists that write this shit. They don't actually care about the hobby.
Let's see. Or that is what ChatGPT would have you believe. Lore reasoning was not good enough for me.
Why not?
okay, that it should be.
Yeah.
If you like it. All right. And it turns out, if you dig further, you can find some interesting facts about this topic. The true and very human reason there are no female space marines is deeply rooted in consumerism practices found all the way back in the 1980s.
70s, but okay.
No, 80s. It says right there, Quiz.
I know it says right there, but they're wrong.
Look, ChatGPT
'Cause they-
said it was the 80s, so it's the 80s.
Yes, I completely forgot. ChatGPT is way more knowledgeable about the subject than someone who's been doing it for the past 20 years.
Look,
Sure.
Yes.
when they were ripping off Starship Troopers, they didn't have time to go into any lore. They were busy tied up in a real estate deal.
Ah,
The truth is,
to be fair,
games-
Jack, they ripped off Michael Moorcock way before they ripped off Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm just, that
Wait,
reminds me. Later,
there's a guy named Moorcock.
Yeah,
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Moorcock. Oh, dude, like he's a like prolific fantasy writer. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote Elric. Remind me of that before we wrap up. There's something I want to bitch about.
Oh, okay.
The truth is, Games Workshop was always and is still an inclusive brand that cares about their image and defends their
God, are they
intellectual.
gonna bring up that you are not welcome here? Bullshit that's been easily debunked. This fucking retard tourist. Fuck this guy.
and defends their intellectual property fiercely. The proof is in the pudding, originally whipped up during their first few runs of Warhammer 40k. You
It
can
was
see in
called
the
fucking Rogue Trader back at that. Ah, God! These people!
I can see I chose
Jay,
my
I think-
articles well.
Jake is getting into it too.
Jake's angry.
Yeah. You can
You
tell.
you could see in the image below that Games Workshop shipped their Space Marine miniatures with female models included in the collection. I'll take your word for it.
They had casualty minis too, so you could have like dead bodies.
Yeah.
So not sure what he's getting at.
You can
It's right
see
there.
on
It's two models. Okay. The from the bottom, left side, those two. Those are the only two, quote, female space marines. And this is back from the Rogue Trader era when all of your miniatures were special mail order that you had to get like a fucking form and fill out to get. Okay?
Yeah.
It didn't sell. So therefore, when they were developing the lore, they didn't include females for Space Marines.
It's almost like teenage boys want to have a power fantasy about dudes with big guns running around shooting each other. And they don't want to be like, oh, look, here's my chick.
that's not what ChatGPT said, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, the Chat GPT. We're so wrong, Jack.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who am I to question Chat GPT, our Chinese overlord?
Yeah, I mean, God.
You can see
A
on the
human
top.
being.
Oh,
You can see on the top left is female warrior Jane, outfitted in the legendary and unmistakable Space Marine armor. Female warrior Gabs found at the second row from the bottom. There you have it. So what happened? The problem was Warhammer 40k was introduced to the market in 1987, when things were very different socially, culturally. Men were the only people buying into Warhammer 40k.
That's not a sentence.
look,
Cultural, socially, and culturally.
yeah, it's a nerd hobby. Of course, it's men. How many women, honestly, how many women have you ever seen playing 40k in the last 30 years? Because it's not many. I guarantee you, it's mostly a bunch of overweight dorks who are socially awkward and usually kind of stinky. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm the punk rocker who goes to the fucking game store and I'm like, oh God, come on, guys, take a shower.
Yeah, because you walk into even one of the Games Workshop stores, and there's a little underlying waft there.
There
Usually
is.
they have some scented
Usually
stuff up.
it's not all that bad, but lately I've been going to my local one. It's been pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a hobby for slightly socialized nerds because you have to have a certain amount of socialization to be able to play with somebody else. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that just paint the minis too. But this guy is clearly a tourist. Like, I was never that huge into the lore. I just like rolling dice and making stuff explode. But
That's part of it too.
yeah, for fuck's sake, I like war games, but I'm not gonna sit there and read all the books because that's not what I cared about. I cared about playing the game. There are a lot of people like that, but this guy is obviously somebody that's doing it for some sort of hipster nerd cred.
Well, yeah, all of this, every single time female Space Marines ever get brought up, there's an underlying pick-meism about it that is just like saturated every single argument they make, and it's all stupid and asinine, and they make the same fucking arguments over and over and over again, and none of it is based on anything like concrete when it comes to like actual interest in the game. All of it is purely because representation. Which is why I've just gotten to the point where it's, oh my God, I don't care. I don't care.
I like what Val Potatoes pointed out is like, yes, females can wear power armor. That doesn't mean they're space marines.
Yeah. It just means that they are sisters of battle.
Yeah, I used to see when I played Fallout, there were a bunch of dudes wearing tires, that doesn't make them the Michelin Man. Which means they're bandits that picked up some pieces
Tires.
of armor.
Yeah.
That it's dumb just because somebody's wearing the armor. There's plenty of there used to be pirates in 40K. The Eldar had pirates. They were they became the Dark Eldar.
They still do, and they just recently relaunched a whole new line of them.
Oh, cool.
The Eldar, the Eldar Corsairs. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. They look really cool too.
Let's see. Men were the only people buying into Warhammer 40K, and sales figures for the female Space Marines were so dismal that retailers eventually stopped shelving them altogether. Alan Merritt.
Lisa said, I see so many women and girls who play 40K and they all go for Tyranids and Orcs. You're not wrong, Lisa, but that may be in England. Here, it's all Tyranids and Tau.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
Factions within Warhammer.
Let's see. Alan Merritt, a lauded Games Workshop employee from 1980 to 2016, was an author and designer before becoming the head of intellectual property at the company. He still cares about the Warhammer universe, even long after retirement, and wrote on the subject of female Space Marines. Let's see. The reason there aren't female Space Marines has nothing to do with lore or background or character of Marines. It's to do with simple logistics of making miniatures and selling miniatures. Early Citadel ranges had female versions of most character types. In fact, when we produced the C range, the intention was that upwards of 25% of the models would be female. But when we started selling they didn't sell as well. All right.
Yeah, this has been a thing that people have been bringing up for a long time, is the fact that Alan Merritt has come out and said all this stuff. Yes, that is the reason why. And then after all of that, shook down in Rogue Trader, when they started actually writing the lore for Warhammer, they put in the fact that only men are Space Marines in the lore for a reason.
Look, I think I've got the solution. Get Dylan Mulvaney to play a Space Marine.
See, that's the thing, is that a lot of people don't even bring up the fact that it doesn't even matter about it, if it's a male or female for a Space Marine. Gender doesn't factor into the fact that the Space Marines become fucking sterile in the process of becoming a Space Marine.
See, then Dylan Mulvaney is even more perfect.
Nope, my Space Marines who are all wearing helmets, one of them has to have boobies on their armor, like you see the boob plate mail in fantasy. That's a requirement, because otherwise, how will I know that they're being represented? Because these little miniatures don't have boobies.
They're trying to destroy what's left of the Warhammer market by having Dylan Mulvaney spokesperson.
Yeah. It's also
have a Space Marine played by Dylan Mulvaney drinking a Bud Light. Perfect.
It's also worth noting that the lack of female Space Marines has been a topic of discussion and controversy within the Warhammer 40K community.
No, it's only tourists like you that want them. Go fuck off, dude.
When I was playing 40K, nobody ever brought this up.
No one does. And in fact, actually, most people who play 40K nowadays don't bring it up. It's only retarded tourists like this on fucking Twitter that are just incessantly and just the entire time. It's
this is
infuriating.
Popped up in the last 5 or 6 years. This isn't something that's been a controversy for years. No,
shit like this happened a lot on 4chan's TG. There were daily threads talking about female Space Marines, and it was all just fucking coomers wanting to have wank off mommy fantasies about big strong women.
Look, I want to be able to motorboat a Space Marine, okay?
There are only two types of people. There are two types of people that want female Space Marines. Number one, the people that want big fucking muscle mommy fantasy faggots, and then number two, the social justice retards. There's no one else that wants this.
Well, let's face it, that's one group, not two. Same people.
Well, yeah, same people. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, if you wanted to play female characters, why wouldn't you play Eldar? Because they have a lot of female models.
It's even funnier too because like they've even capitulated a little bit to that kind of bullshit too. Did you know that back in the day there's a Dark Eldar unit called Witches, spelled WYCH, right? They all used to be women. Now there's 2 men in every 10 women in the box.
Those are called
There's 2
warlocks.
men. There's 2 men witches.
They already had warlocks.
Well, that's Craftworld.
Let's see. And the creators of the franchise, Games Workshop, have made efforts in recent years to include more diverse representation in their products. For example, in the Warhammer 40k universe, there are other female warriors and leaders, such as the Sisters of Battle of the Adepta Sororitas.
It's the same fucking thing, you retard. You are such a tourist. Sisters of Battle and Adepta Sororitas are the same thing.
And Inquisitors, or Rogue Traders, as
They're
well
not.
as...
Oh my god. Okay, so they tried to say that Sisters of Battle and Adepta Sororitas are different, and then now they're trying to say that Inquisitors and Rogue Traders are the same thing. This guy is such a fucking tourist. Fuck this faggot.
Oh my god, I think you triggered Quiz's blood pressure.
Fuck this faggot. Oh my god.
This article is a raging success.
No.
Alright. Let's see. Or Rogue Traders, as well as women and other Xenos factions. These female
Other
characters are...
Xenos factions? Inquisitors, Rogue Traders, and Sisters of Battle are not fucking Xenos. What do you mean other Xenos factions? Is it just this retard doesn't know how to write too?
No, he's going to talk about squats and how they represent the queer agenda.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. These female characters are depicted as being powerful and respected within the setting. But would it kill the franchise if Space Marines suddenly had a woman amongst their ranks?
Every time! They always bring that up. Whenever anyone sits there and says, we need more female representation, there's an entire fucking army that's nothing but women. But would it kill them to have female Space Marines? Shut the fuck up! Every single fucking time you bring up the same goddamn argument. Every time! Every fucking time! It's not enough for you that there are battle sisters. You also want female Space Marines too. Go fuck yourself.
Good.
Go fuck yourself.
Let the hate flow through you.
Oh my god!
Quiz, it's not like anybody else would.
Yeah, it's true.
But would it kill the franchise if Space Marines suddenly had a woman amongst their ranks? Definitely not. Ill, because they forgot the apostrophe, probably get some hate for even suggesting it. Yeah, I think he's gotten some hate so far.
Yeah, this dude can go fuck himself. I don't give a shit. He's a fucking tourist. And he's proved himself to be a tourist. His opinion doesn't matter.
So I'll just mention one thing. Age of Sigmar. The fans will understand. The short of it is, Games Workshop is so well loved that not even a famous brand pivot, lauded by the community as attempted suicide, could kill the franchise. The point is, there are some great stories yet to be told, and with an intellectual property that is so strong, the lore must go on. Who knows?
This person, for the layman here that doesn't understand that, Games Workshop used to have a brand called Warhammer Fantasy Battle. You had Warhammer 40k, which was its sci-fi version. You have Fantasy Battle, which was its fantasy version, right? And they recently did a complete brand overhaul and turned it into Age of Sigmar. Very controversial. They got rid of a lot of people's armies, and as protest, there were tons of videos of people going out there and setting fire to the Warhammer Fantasy Battle armies in protest because of Age of Sigmar. And they're trying to take that, a complete overhaul of a game that Games Workshop for a long time. Warhammer Age of Sigmar is on its 3rd edition, by the way. For a long time was bleeding money because no one played the fucking game. In fact, almost no one plays Age of Sigmar at my local game store. Okay?
Yeah, because the rule set sucks.
Well, the rule set's decent now. 3rd edition is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, for the first 2, it wasn't that good. And
no, it was terrible.
They got rid of a bunch of armies and pissed off their entire fan base by trying to cater to these fucking crybabies that don't play.
So the big thing that held Games Workshop together was not the overhaul of Age of Sigmar. It was the popularity of 40k. Okay? So them bringing up Age of Sigmar proves how much of a tourist they are. Because Age of Sigmar, if that was all the Games Workshop made, if they only made Age of Sigmar, they would have been bankrupt. Period.
Yeah.
It would have happened.
Let's see. Who knows which direction it will go, but I don't think lore can be a crutch for a past mistake anymore. One thing is
It's not
for
a
certain.
mistake.
I don't think that the whole reason the game exists should be a crutch for this injustice that I am only pissed off about because I learned was a thing only not too long ago because I'm a fucking tourist. Fuck this guy.
I learned because I asked Chat GPT.
Yeah, but because I cast ChatGPT, yes.
One thing is for certain, the lore will not be allowed to stagnate as new generations of fans continue to thirst for more stories and more minis. Those future generations include women and daughters who will grow with the franchise. I bet...
And women and daughters are not excluded from loving Space Marines as men.
No, you can only play... You can only play as the same gender, race, and all that you are.
Oh, okay. That's the reason why there's so many women who play Tyranids and Tau. Okay, got it.
Yes, because they're evil monsters and they're crotch goblins.
And horrible communists.
Yeah, see, the gene stealers are the babies they pop out.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Rabout Gilliman...
Rabute Gilliman.
Yeah, sure. Robert Gilman, I'll call him.
Robert Girly Man.
Robert Gilman.
Rowboat Girly Man.
I bet Robert Gilman, the Primarch of the Ultramarines Space Marine chapter in Warhammer 40k, would agree with me.
And no one fucking likes him. He is the worst Primarch for a reason.
He has talked about the importance of proper guidance and leadership in the upbringing of Space Marines. He believes that the process of creating a Space Marine is not just about physical enhancement, but also about instilling values and beliefs that will guide their behavior.
His values and beliefs. In fact, actually, there's a whole schism in the Warhammer 40k universe of him forcing his beliefs on other people, and that's someone you want to hold up as a beacon of progress. They're tourists. Is that what you want to do?
I think we're burying the lead here. This guy just said a fictional character would agree with him.
If Captain Planet was here, he'd agree with me.
Yeah, well, Harry Potter's on our side, so fuck off. What the hell are you talking about, weirdo?
Sounds like having a female counterpart might help in this regard, no? Don't throw your fist through your monitor at me. It's just an observation.
I'm not even going to pay you any fucking mind because you have literally no power or sway over this franchise. Why? Because you're a fucking tourist. It's not like you're voting with your wallet, faggot. Shut up.
I'm not a lore master by any means.
Oh, that's obvious.
Obviously.
But I do have one case to make that could possibly spark an interesting idea amongst the true lore masters of the Warhammer 40k universe.
Hit me with it. Go on. Intrigue me.
Women are and continue to grow as a consumer force in the hobby space. As old bigots...
And all current demographics prove otherwise.
As old bigots die and new youth rise into a kinder world.
Oh, I'm dying, guys. I'm dying. Oh, old bigot, I'm dying. Oh.
And new youth rise into a kinder world. Surely we can invite a female space marine into the grim darkness of the future where there is only war.
A kinder world. You're going to really bring up a kinder world when talking about Warhammer. You already said right there at the end, there is only war. Oh, but it's so kind and diverse and inclusive, guys.
We need more inclusivity in the grim darkness of the far future.
Where there's only war.
It's what Robert Gilman would want.
It's what Robot Girly Man would have wanted.
The next generation will be defeated by misgendering, not through tactics and firepower or sheer numbers.
You guys think that this is funny, me getting triggered about all of this kind of shit. And yes, good on you there, Frosted. But you don't even want to know some of like the depths of retardation that these people will go to. There was one guy, it was funny, he was a developer for a video game that lies in like direct competition with Battlefleet Gothic. He was making this like space battle like shooter game, sort of like spaceship game, right? And on the game company's official Twitter account, kept on talking about how Warhammer is falling back on fascist tropes in its marketing. And one of the things that they brought up was that gene stealers and the Tyranids, the language they use to justify killing Tyranids is reminiscent of the rhetoric that Nazis used about the Jews in World War II. So of course I had to go and launch Photoshop. You can check this on my Twitter account history. And I photoshopped a Hasidim hat on a gene stealer and quote tweeted him and said, "Oy vey, the Goyim Imperium knows."
But like,
Wow.
isn't the world of Warhammer 40K like supposed to have a lot of like fascist type factions?
Not really. See, that's the thing is a lot of people like misconstrue that. Even people that are like trying to defend it, like Count Dankula and Sargon of Akkad, have come out and said like blah blah blah, the Imperium is fascist. No. It's based around fucking England in the Renaissance. It's fucking monarchistic. It's a monarchistic society.
Like
It's always been that way. It's not fascist.
I know little if anything about Warhammer, but I thought it was supposed to be like a dystopian future where there aren't really any good guys.
Yeah, it is dystopian, yes, but no, like the whole point of Warhammer, like centered around the whole "there is no good guys" sort of thing, is the fact that like you have literally any justification for fighting literally anyone, even factions where in lore it would be a little bit dubious if they fought. Okay, that's the whole idea. The whole "there is only war" thing, right? That's the dystopia. But in terms of like the novels and the narratives around the game, no, you temper the bad, horrible, oppressive future of like aliens that want to invade your planet and kill all of you simply because you exist as a human. Okay, they supplant that with stories of humans rising up against that and shouting their defiance into a galaxy that hates and rues them just for them being human. That is the extent of the fascism in 40K.
Pathos has got a good point. How does he know those Marines do not identify as female Marines?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. So now with
I
the
say
end
personally, I think I'm gonna make my sister's battle they them's a battle.
There you go. And it makes sense because there's more than one of them, so it is plural.
Yeah.
All right. So with the end of the 4th article comes the final game.
B. The answer
And that
is
is no, you can't guess ahead of time. All right. And that is
Well, no, he's got to stay in character, so yes, he can.
The answer is B.
and that is Poe or No Gender Edition, where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one.
Good.
And,
Okay. Yeah.
and if any of you are just listening, you're going to have to look at this one.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
All right. So, gender A. Phamic. Food gender connected to refusing to eat a certain food or any food in general.
Oh God.
Oh, I thought it was fascist.
Oh, I'm totally phamic tomato gender.
No, this is fascist macaroni. You got this one wrong.
Let's see. Gender B. Meat eye emojic.
Oh God.
What?
Well, if you look at the screen, you'll see. Let's see. Xenogender related to the cut of meat emoji and the eye emoji.
What?
But what does that mean?
I just
Means
told
nothing.
you. Do you want to ask ChatGPT?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Chat.
Well, let's finish the game first. All right.
Okay.
So, gender C. Spoon pudding emojic.
I hate
Gender-
you so much, Rustin.
Gender.
Looks like a flan.
I mean, quiz can't have all the fun, Jack.
I know.
Gender identity
Spoon
connected.
flan emojic.
Gender identity connected to the spoon emoji and the pudding emoji. All right. So I'll start a poll so the chat can get in on it too. And don't forget, one of the options is that they're all real.
Well, for those of you that are saying that the pudding looks like flan, he could have at least substituted the flan for a pile of shit. That one would work too.
Yeah.
I think I've had flan before, and it wasn't bad.
Johnny,
Why do I
kinda
need to give fucking Chat GPT my phone number?
Oh, God.
It's gonna call you later.
It's gonna
Yeah,
call me. It's like, what do you mean that you're not meat eye emojic gender?
So what you thinking about, babe?
I think I love you, Quiz. What?
Want me to tell you more about the lore of Space Marines?
Yeah, right.
It's gonna stalk you.
All right. Let's see.
You can take a number. You can get behind Scooby.
Looks like the chat is going B for the moment.
What is meat eye emojic gender?
All right.
Yeah,
So,
GPT, why do you do this to me?
all right,
Inquisitor
so-
ChatGPT, I'm not sure I understand your question correctly. Meat eye emojic does not appear to be a recognized term or concept. Emojis, on the other hand, are small digital images or icons used to express emotions, ideas, or concepts in text messages and online communication.
I like to think that you asking it is going to create Skynet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Are
That's why I
we
decided
doomed
to hate
as
and
a
kill humans.
species is Skynet taking over?
all right. So, Jack Gunsky, what are you going with?
Well,
I'm sticking with a B.
All right. So, let's see. Moon, what are you going with?
I'm going to go with all real. Just
Okay.
because.
They're all
Alright.
fake. They're the same thing.
All right. Terry?
Look, who am I to argue with ChatGPT? They just said meat eye emoji. It doesn't exist. So B is obviously the fake one.
All right. Let's see. So, quiz?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with C, because at least with the idea of seeing meat, that there could be a gender involved, if you know what I mean. But a spoon and a pudding, I can't see how that applies to any sexual organs.
All right. Jack Cochran?
I'm gonna go with C because B is dumb. Well, they're all dumb enough to be something these dumb retards come up with. But B sounds like some troll did a penis reference and it got misconstrued. So C is clearly the fake one.
All right.
I got nothing. I'm bad at this.
Let's see. It looks like the chat is leaning B, which has 33%, although all real is close behind. All right, so I think I'll cut it off there.
Like a meat and an eye emoji.
Yeah.
So you're cutting it off? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's Jewish, so, you know.
Yeah.
Circumcised.
All right. And the answer is A is fake.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
No, he's really good at this, dude. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he runs that website.
We all know he runs that website.
I want to know what the fucking meat and eye and spoon and pudding means.
Oh, you got
Tell me what that means right now.
Wait till you see the flags.
Yeah, and so now we'll take a look at the and also these were like the hardest ones for me to type in because obviously I can't type in meat eye. So I had to find the PNGs online, paste them in,
Oh, wow.
put them in a group so that they appear at the same time as the text. See the trouble I go through for you
I
people?
was gonna say, do you see
could've just
the
inserted
effort
the
that he puts
emojis.
in for all of you,
It's-
audience, and
Yeah.
only 33 likes? Come on.
Just
It's
so I can
dedication
torture
to
you
his craft.
people.
No, it's the dedication to your craft. I respect that. You went to all this trouble to make up this ludicrous website about fake genders and then pretend you didn't do it. This is some elaborate shit here. You probably worked with
He's just a
Wendy
very
Bentley
good
and those
actor,
guys.
Jack. He's just a very good actor.
I also run
it's-
ChatGPT.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Which
are
is why
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is trying to deny that it knows anything about it.
Hey,
Yeah,
he uses
that's why ChatGPT led me astray. It's like, no. Let's pretend it's not real so that we don't give away the answer to the game.
the best part about this game, Jonathan Frakes.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got
All right. So let's take a look at the flags for the real ones. So there's meat eye emoji, and it is the stuff of nightmares.
this whole website is the stuff of nightmares.
Oh God. Oh, God.
Yeah, we're talking full Lovecraftian, okay?
I have never seen a movie that has given me nightmares, but that flag might accomplish it.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Poltergeist where the meat becomes maggots. Remember that?
Or when he starts ripping the flesh off of his face.
Yeah.
All right. And
Well,
and
Jaeger
there-
Pony, only if you make steaks out of angels.
Yeah,
there-
that's fucked
and-
up, Jaeger Pony. Thanks for the nightmare.
and there's
Aw.
there's
Johnny
the spoon
Hellcat, that's
pudding.
Tool's next album cover.
I
Probably.
kind of like that second one. It's got a cute innocence to it for some reason.
There's the spoon pudding one.
Unlike
And,
the website.
Yes.
And
The spoon.
so you might have been able to figure out the answer if you had figured out the joke in this puzzle here. Because the first one is refusing to eat something. So if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh. Wow, Pink Floyd reference. Oh.
God damn it! That was good. I like that.
Well,
It was good.
what I am noticing though is that the icon that you used for the flan in the gender up there is just swapped, and it looks like you photoshopped the spoon out.
Hmm?
It's the exact same kind of clip art image. It's just swapped, reversed left to right.
Well, we're not talking about the most motivated people in the world here. We're talking about gender weirdos.
Well, okay. That's the thing, is that it was coined by Squid Thing on Tumblr. At least
Pony,
the
give them
meat eye
credit for
emoji
not
one.
just being stripes.
Yeah, they got to step up their game. They're running out of color combinations for the stripes. But what bothers me about the flan one is that looks like it's just an advertisement.
Yes.
And clearly Johnny Hellcat never wants to be on the stream again. So
Oh, so that's how I do it?
no. All right. And yeah, so I'm looking through all the genders, and the genders are in alphabetical order. So I get to Z, but it keeps going. It's like oh, there's symbols, and it's like, oh, it keeps going. Emojis?
Oh God!
Which means
All
that
right.
since you've gotten to the end, there will be no more of this one.
These people make me sad. Like, don't you have access to real hobbies? Like, aren't there books to read or kids you go
I think I
I need
had
outside?
that ranting monkey sounder
Even-
I've been wanting to
No,
make.
I think I just had a rather terrible realization. We can no longer do too retarded for television gender because, like, these made them.
Yeah, these are
Made
two
the
retarded
cut.
for television.
Too retarded. for
Okay, so like I'm on the original fucking post on Tumblr about this, and it's literally just emojic, meat emojic subtype, a gender connected with a cut of meat emoji, and the eye emoji. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, if they
Your
knew,
life
gender
makes me sad.
connected to the meat emoji, but also the eye emoji.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut.
What the fuck is Mogai coding?
You don't wanna
Mogai
know.
gender?
uh,
The fuck is Mogai gender?
isn't that what the creatures from Gremlins are?
That's
Mogwai.
Mogwai.
Oh, whatever. Like these people know the difference. I don't, anything they say is fucking retarded. Like they all wear helmets. They're just smacking keyboards. And this is
But
what
see,
comes
Jack,
up.
it is a non-binary gender.
And
course it is.
speaking of retarded, we also have the Too Retarded for TV segment.
Oh
Oh,
God.
no.
What have
Where-
you done?
After
I'll
these two made the cut,
That's what I was just saying.
where I'll show you a gender that is just too dumb that you guys would never think that I made it up.
I seriously think you made all these up.
Well, they're all made up, Jack. Obviously.
Well, yeah, but I think Frosted does this to fuck with people. He's like, haha, I'm gonna screw with an entire generation.
So I know what it is. That Frosted Glass runs the Squid Thing Tumblr account. That's
I
obviously
mean-
what it is.
I mean, either way, I do it to fuck with people. But
Well, yeah.
well, he
But-
and the Squid Thing Tumblr account have never seen in the same place at the same time.
Exactly. Exactly.
My theory is that Tumblr was created by Mr. Medicare, and Frosted just jumped on the bandwagon early on. He's in
He's
on
an
it.
early adopter.
yeah, I am Medicare's apprentice. You know, when he passes on, I will take up the throne.
That would not
A
surprise
double
me in the
portion of his
slightest.
spirit.
All right, so this week's too retarded gender is whipped cream floofian.
Oh my god.
Is this
Xeno
about that dude that put the whipped cream down his diaper?
Xenogender related to the soft airiness of whipped cream.
Oh my god.
And
Seriously, is this a new thing?
I don't know. I don't remember how old this one is.
Oh god.
And yeah, because I knew you guys would never think that I put floof in something. So
But see, okay,
That's
and,
exactly why I would think you did it.
and there's the
there,
flag.
but there is the whipped cream Rex gender, which is a xenogender identity,
the-
which is one's gender related to whipped cream and the soft airiness of it. So it does exist.
Oh yeah, this is a real one.
That just
Yes.
looks like a pile of jizz.
With hearts.
Jack, I think you might need to see a doctor if that's what your jizz looks like.
I didn't say my jizz. I said it looks like somebody
It's
like-
dried
like-
out. It's dried out.
Like you know how you like to make a whipped topping that they just they had a mixer and some spooge.
All right, so
I
how
don't know
about
what people
one?
do in their free time. I don't.
How about one last article?
second
Our second article.
Yeah, the second one.
All right, and Quiz, you should be familiar with this author.
God, are you gonna trigger him again?
Oh yeah.
Dick massage, a way to fuck.
That sounds like something you would do on those fucking Medium article headline thingies.
By
Right.
Ryan.
I happen to be good friends with Richard Massage. He's a wonderful person. I will not stand for this defamation of his character.
You know, I dated a girl in high school, and her neighbor was named Richard Less.
Oh god. That's unfortunate.
His parents really hated him.
Yeah.
By Ryan Musk Jobs, and yeah, Quiz, you've heard one of his articles before. He's the one who writes erotica. If it was written by Tommy
Oh,
Wiseau.
boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Jack, since it's about Asians, I thought that this would suit you both.
No, yeah.
He's messing
Is this
with.
the one that sounds like it's erotica written by ChatGPT?
No, written by Tommy Wiseau.
The worst. Got it.
All right. After roaming countless massage parlor from one place to another, I fucked one of my masseuse real good, where I became a regular customer just to get my dick wet.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like it was written by Tommy Wiseau.
I was one horny motherfucker who used to go to massage parlors looking for possible girls to bring her down and get into business, so that I could transcend my inner feeling and sex craving to an ultimate nirvana.
I think
I think you're reading
it's
this wrong.
No,
Well,
he's following Scribelight's rule. Read as written.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, you read it as written, but you have to do it with a slightly more Asian accent. I was one horny motherfucker who We used to
Oh.
go to massage parlor. Looking
Oh.
For possible girls to
bring
bring her
her
down.
down.
To get
Well, wait.
business.
Well, we haven't gotten to the dialogue yet.
Oh my god, this gets
Oh my
worse.
god. Did he have a transcript?
If we don't get at least one time where he goes, "Oh, hi, Mark, how's your sex
Oh,
life?"
hi, Mark. How's your sex life? Anyway, how's your sex life?
Yes.
And being someone
Oh, hi,
who
doggy.
and being someone you're my favorite customer. Oh my god, if the masseuse says you're my favorite customer after
You're my favorite customer.
and being someone who had been shopping for these girls, I felt I rose from ashes and constantly fucked these girls, sometimes favoring their desire to get fucked as well. How would
What?
how would not they get horny by touching many dicks a day?
There
I am
must not
sure-
be any editors at Medium whatsoever to let this.
Is this
is just like
Medium?
an auto pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
All these
let's see.
articles are Medium.
Yeah.
How would not they get horny by touching many dicks a day? I am sure they were fuck deprived, and quite frankly, I should be rewarded to calm their lust in a maniac way.
Fuck deprived.
Yeah, look, officer, I'm not getting a prostitute. I am helping them with their lust.
Yes.
I am
In a
therapist.
maniac way.
Now
Maniac
remember
way.
this.
I'm really hammering it home.
Not in a creepy way.
Remember this next time for sad libs. Adjective: fuck deprived.
And in a maniac way. For an adjective.
All right. After the Uber driver took me to my destination, where my entry was greeted by a young Chinese girl, I was escorted to a fine private room where a pink light illuminated the entire room.
Yeah, because
During
you
a-
don't want a black light in there.
During our hallway
Glow like the
walk
surface of the sun.
During our hallway walk towards the room entrance, I could see her round ass bouncing one after another as she took steps.
She has multiple asses?
Apparently. Her hourglass figure was another piece that was driving me crazy. She was making herself comfortable in a short t-shirt where I could see her back tattoo symbol of dragon spitting fire.
That's the guy that owns her.
Oh,
Yeah.
this next sentence just goes to show what multiple asses. Now she has multiple pairs of tits.
Yeah,
Her,
yeah.
her racks were perfect in size, and they looked so perky and tight.
So she's a shoe. Sorry, I had a mouth.
Leave shoe out of this.
I had a brain.
Did
So
you
she
have a
carries
stroke
multiple
like
pairs
halfway
of
through that
shoes on
sentence?
her chest. If she's got racks and she carries multiple pairs of shoes on her chest. Got it.
No,
Yeah.
she's got a kitchenette in there that's a drying rack, so she's got all her cups and stuff.
If I ever want to fuck some stranger, she would fit my profile.
What?
Not creepy.
That's
And
something
I-
interesting to call
Use
you. Jeff.
left hand, you stranger today.
I assume this is. I assume this is his vial of chloroform.
Right?
Do my hands smell weird?
That or he
Yeah.
bottles up her piss or something. Like, here, I'll even let me rub my pee on my hands, then touch you with it.
Does this rag smell of lavender to you?
It was rather dark ambient, nice setup, but a bit pricey, but who cares? I hugged her and asked if she was the one who would take care of me. She giggled and in her Chinese accent said, yes.
How can you
Okay.
say yes with a Chinese accent?
Let me tell you a little story about a dude I know.
Oh,
Name was
God.
This guy.
This can't be good.
Yes,
This
Campbell,
guy,
it was on a Martian colony.
He was a legend at the game store that I used to hang out at. Mostly known for eating heads of lettuce. I shit you not. He'd bring an entire head of lettuce,
Why?
sometimes cabbage, and eat it. Because he's fucking weird. So
Is this guy an alien?
I don't know. He might have been. He bragged about how his mom liked getting foot massages because he was really good at manipulating her bunions. But look, the dude was a fucking freak, okay?
And
Hilarious.
Norman Bates.
And if anybody knows who I'm talking about, do not say it in chat, okay? Because we're all bad people. We all made fun of this dude. A couple of the guys got together and they went up to the city, and there's a specific location of massage parlor that had a reputation for doing things.
Mm.
And the girl didn't want to fuck him because he's gross. Okay, he's a gross man. So
Well,
she
I
agreed.
mean, he's
to
got
give-
such a good diet, though. I mean, he eats a whole lot of cabbage.
Can you imagine what that dude's fart smelled like?
Aw.
So she agreed to give him a hand job for $65.
Damn.
Yeah, but the other guys were getting laid for 50. So he didn't know that. But she gave him a hand job, and apparently she cried during the hand job.
Well, it's so much hotter when she's crying. I mean, come on.
That's
kind
good.
of
It's
I mean,
nature's
it could be.
lubricant, as they say.
So I'm picturing this poor Chinese girl giving a handy to this fat hairy dude that's like bald but has like the bozo fro because he always had like big tufts of hair, and he wore glasses and he was a mouth breather, so not a lot going on there physically for her to work with. So she finishes and he's like, he actually said this to the other guys. He's like, you know, I felt like she didn't like it, so I hugged her afterward. Like,
Bring it
before he
in.
paid her-
Bring it in. Come
Yeah.
on.
Before he paid her, he hugged her, which the money just wasn't worth it at that point. He just had to jerk off this troll who eats lettuce like he's a fucking sea cow or something. And then he hugs you afterward. It'd be like, oh, and you know he's one of those guys that doesn't read social cues, so he was probably lingering during the hug.
He just
He said
held
she
on a little
smelled
too much.
nice.
You smell nice.
Creepy.
I like to think
The guys even said, like, well, what made you think she didn't like it? He's like, well, other than the fact that she was crying, she wouldn't make eye contact. Like, wait a
Cougar
minute, other than the fact that she was crying.
Cougar and Chat, they're now happily married.
Well, that's how she got her green card.
Oh, no, I bet she probably had to be put in therapy for that. That poor girl. So,
that
sorry,
sounds-
just a little side story.
What's the address of that place so I know to stay away from it?
Yeah.
No, that's where you want to go, Frosted. I mean, you're gonna probably
That's
get
the
discount
joke,
because
is the,
this is how scarred she is mentally.
Well, no, he did get banned from that establishment. So, because the second time he went, he was telling them about his D&D characters.
The second time he went.
Yeah.
If
All
he
right,
was like
look.
one of those big old fat trolls, he probably didn't bathe very much. And
No, he was a little stinky. Plus, he ate lettuce and cabbage all the time. So, like I said, there was
I
like a
can
pig
s-
pen aura.
yeah,
I
you
like
can
to
everybody
see
just
massage
lies.
my
Sleep
mom's
line.
feet.
Well, that,
Everybody
Maybe
that
you
knows-
would,
should teach me sometime.
Everybody knows you wait for the third handy to talk about your D&D character.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when you trauma dump. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Well,
it
Blackleaf
wasn't as
died the
bad
other
as my
day.
buddy Mark telling the stripper about his D&D character. Because, ironically, they're different people. But,
So, how do you greet your buddy Mark?
hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. No, mostly it was like, what's up, dude? Uh-huh. Yeah. You still hate women? Still afraid of them? All right, cool.
All right.
He was terrified of women. Like, literally freeze up and not make eye contact. It was great.
All right, so now we're on to the dialogue, and I can't really do a Chinese accent, so I'll do a Japanese accent. Hey,
Whoa.
it's really nice to have you here, says the Chinese girl with a bit of a faint smile. I'll give you a few minutes to undress. I asked, should I take everything off, as if I don't know what to do? And apparently, as if I don't know what to do is also something he said, since it's in the quotes. She giggled and said, however you like, sir. But there is a towel placed right in the bed if you want to cover. I will be back in few. She closed the door and exited the room. Now I was in the room, a bit dark, some sort of pink ambience, not sure why. Maybe it's the, maybe it,
He just said previously that it was the light.
Why is there
This
such
fucking
pink here? Could be the
Look.
pink light bulb, sir. No,
Could be
it's
the pink
something
light.
else.
Yeah.
he doesn't understand electric lights, okay?
Okay.
Apparently,
This
All right.
guy's powers of observation are quite astute.
right?
I was not interested in wrapping myself in these towels, so I stripped naked and lied down on a massage table.
Lie
my-
down.
and lie down on a massage table with my chest up, where my dick was also taking a nap on the right side with 30 degrees towards my upper thigh.
Yeah, my dick
That's
constantly
very
is,
specific.
I
Yeah,
hope
takes
he actually
naps
got out a
sometimes.
protractor and measured it.
Yes.
yeah, I'm surprised he didn't put like a diagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like-
like had to measure it with a compass.
And then the doctor came in and was like, "Sir, this is a chiropractor's office. Please put your underwear on at least.
Crack your dick.
And you should get that looked at. That curvature just isn't healthy."
Yeah, 30 degrees, man. Mine only swings 20.
Sir, it looks like a crazy straw. Come on.
Were you helicoptering too much and somebody hit you and it stuck that way? Did your mom warn you?
I heard a knock on the door, and a soft voice drove my attention. Are you ready, sir?
That is the most masculine, feminine voice I've ever heard in my life.
We don't know how the masseuse identifies. All right.
That's a
Well,
samurai.
didn't he say masseur before?
Well,
Because that's a male masseuse.
it's a masseur with multiple asses and multiple tits.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Multiple
Ethan
racks
Ralph?
of tits.
Oh. Oh, maybe that's who that woman was who gave him a handy. Maybe he was the one.
All right,
He's like,
let's
look, I really need this. I've been to jail 3 times this year.
That's it.
see. By the way, have you seen my purse?
Please give me my. I said, please give me my super berries. Ah!
When he
Oh.
finishes, he's like, "No, Matt, no!"
I somehow was feeling a little embarrassed since I was supposed to put my face down, and with courage I said, "Yes, I am ready. Please come in." She entered the room, touching me from feet towards my thigh, and finally she asked, "Is this your first time here?" I wanted to be honest with her. No, I have been here before, and a girl named Coco did take care of me. Coco was in all caps, so apparently he shouted it.
Yes, of course.
Was he cuckoo for Coco's Puffs?
There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Somebody had to say it. Shots.
She was confused to know someone named Coco.
Coco!
I assume she didn't know what take care of me really was. She asked, "Can you turn around with your chest down?" I followed her command. And now my dick was somewhat pinched.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to mentally process. Turn around with your chest down.
Yeah, because he
So
was lying on his back,
I
and
thought he
she's
said he was
saying
lying
turn
on his
around.
chest. He
No,
said
no.
he was lying on his chest
No,
with his face
no,
down.
because his wiener was hanging at a weird angle. So
I was lying with his chest up.
turn around every now and then. Oh, sorry.
Wow, it's just like Bonnie Tyler.
Yes.
Let's see. So how would you like your massage? Mild, medium, or hard? She asked. I was like, hard, yeah, and I said, I prefer hard, but I really want you to focus on my thigh, as I believe I strain while working out, and more on my butt area, as I get sored by sitting all day.
Sword.
She said, yes, of course, I understand. She started to rub my back with an aromatic oil, and I began to relax in a low-key music playing in the background. She did a sloppy massage, and I could not feel much pressure. That was an indication when someone is not interested in massage, but more on hand job or blow job.
Yeah.
So if someone's not good at a massage, it means they want to blow you. All right.
Yeah,
I learned
yeah.
that.
Obviously.
All right. I started to fake her move. I started to fake her move saying, "Yeah, right there, that feels so good." "You like it?" she asked out of excitement. I felt more of a sensual massage than some hard Chinese massage. She started to rub within my ass area and touched my balls several times. Every time she touched
With
them,
her penis.
Yeah. Every time she touched them, a shooting sensation started to pop out.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
That's
Yeah,
When is
called
right.
pegging going to start in this story?
Yeah,
Sounds
right.
like it's
Well,
gonna
if I-
get to pegging soon.
If I remember this guy right, yeah, he definitely does like things up his butt.
No, that was the other story. I believe it was called "How Girl Dick Fucked Me in the Ass."
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey, this guy is multicultural. How dare you guys kind of with that?
Yeah.
All right, he's been to
It-
Thailand. Have you?
This
Yes.
guy's a Renaissance. This guy's a Renaissance man of erotica.
Yes.
Is that what we're calling this mess?
He's got his hands in a lot of pies. If you catch my
I'm
drift.
sure he does. And clams
All right.
too.
Every time she touched them, a shooting sensation started to pop out. I was saying, "It feels really good. Thanks for taking good care." Next, I knew I was rolling over on my back. As opposed to the times where you can't tell when you're rolling over.
Well, sometimes you just kind of waddle back and forth like a weeble wobble.
My dick
Yeah,
They don't fall
really?
down.
My dick already hit 90 degrees at that time. So firm and straight, I could not help but let it stand out for her to gaze.
Yeah, it's like a kickstand.
She said, "Oh, your little boy got excited. He must like my massage."
Yeah, he's gonna puke on you in a minute.
Let's see. Now that she is engaging in sexual... okay, apparently he's saying this in real life because it's in quotes.
Yeah.
Now that she is engaging in sexual conversation, I believe my initial orientation was inaugurated successfly, as I was driving her attention to my body.
That's what he turned. That's what he turned to the camera and said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often monologue my sexual encounter, and now she's going to touch my penis. Well, and I was
Dude,
like,
is this the new super seducer, Terry? Are you not letting us in on this?
I would play Super Seducer 4 if this guy was a writer for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so would I.
What if this is my mood?
There you go.
Let's see. Okay. I said, "It's a long day for me, and I want to go home after this. Would you be kind enough to give me a hand job?"
no, you don't say it like that. That's how you get arrested.
She replied, "Of course, but that would cost you extra," and verbally started to quote me. I said, "What you charge to fuck?" She was little hesitant.
R2, do you is fucking?
Welcome to die.
Do not want.
She was little hesitant and said, "Oh, we don't do that here." "Oh, we don't do that here. This is massage shop." I pulled out a Benjamin, that I hid in a massage bed, and after noticing it, she said, "Let me check outside." She came back and said, "The house is empty and everyone is gone." She started to undress, and I stood to take out a condom from my belongings. She said, "So you come prepared." I was like, I'm expecting her to draw
True
a katana.
samurai, come prepared.
Yeah, she pulls out a katana. Yeah.
No, she just takes the condom and puts it on her penis.
Yeah. I was like, hell yeah. I banged her in many positions, and she was a happy camper. I promised to come back again, but didn't fulfill my promise, as I am reluctant
Just
As
like he didn't put the condom on.
as I am reluctant to go in that place in anticipation of hitting the same old pussy. But
You had it once.
Yeah.
but frequented in the hope to find another Chinese, as hitting many pussies is better than chasing one.
Chasing one.
Coco!
Coco.
God.
Yes, you come prepared.
No, I come on stomach.
I'm,
No, I come on butt.
Lindsay, I am really trying hard to figure out which is worse, this or 50 Shades.
Well, obviously it's this because the best version of 50 Shades we never got. We never got a 50 Shades of Grey that was written by Gilbert Gottfried.
Don't give Frosted any ideas.
But when he hits my clitoris,
He unleashes my inner goddess.
my inner goddess.
He punched it like a punching bag.
Thanks to
Oh
deepfake
my.
technology, we may yet get that.
Yes.
Yeah, we need the whole book.
Yes.
Mm.
See, that's the thing, man. That was a skit on College Humor, but unironically, if that existed on Audible, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
Well, just like
Oh,
I
hell
would buy
yeah.
this if it was read by Jordan Peterson.
There you go.
And Spud Gun's still a better story than Twilight.
Well, I mean, that's a low bar, but you're right, Spud.
Oh, see, no, Twilight's nothing but staring back and forth, so there's not a whole lot of good dialogue there.
Yeah, her creepy stalker vampire that
I think,
sparkles.
Get Jordan Peterson to read this at his sensitivity training.
Yeah, while wearing a banana hammock and having a raging boner.
Naturally.
All right, well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So I'll take
Wow.
a moment to show my
Wasn't even a happy
co-hosts and
ending.
guests.
Didn't even give us a reach around. Ugh.
Hey, if this isn't a happy ending, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Keith, that kind of like, you ain't half bad. You ain't half good either.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you saved the second article for last?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Terry. So let's see. Jack Gunsky would like to has Quippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, but you'd also like to shill his good buddy Willett Forge, who couldn't be here.
Yeah, that hoser does various streams, games sometimes, and then the Watching Paint Dry show, where he paints on various mediums while listening to a cappella pop songs.
You paint on Medium? Oh my god, I've never seen your channel.
All right, let's see. Moonshock has his Twitch channel linked in the description, where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. Let's see.
I know. But you
Well,
actually
know how to
showed
fix
up.
it. It's a very easy solution, Moonshock.
Hey, Frosted showed up. So yeah. Well, not this week, but last week. Or was it this week? Was it this week? Yes, it was this week. It was this week.
Yeah, it was
If you
a couple days ago.
Yeah.
if you want me to show up to your Twitch chat, you know what to do.
You're too busy on a stream, so there you go.
All right, and let's see. Terry is on every stream known to man. He's on Hammers and Johnny Hellcat's Minions Nights.
Yeah, Adams.
And Adams.
Oh, and Adams. He's on Tears Midnight streams, including tonight. Right after this, pretty much.
Hey,
35 minutes from now.
Let's see. He's on Six's Sober streams. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on the cover of Field and Stream magazine. I don't care.
Oh, hell, he's even more stream than me.
I don't care. I'm going to keep using that joke because I find it funny. All
Yeah.
right,
I agree.
did I miss any?
I don't think so. I think you got them all.
Okay, let's see. Quiz, anything you want to shill?
Well, I try to stream on Sundays. I haven't these last couple because things have been getting in my way life-wise. But yeah, you can see me around. Y'all know me.
Y'all know me. Y'all know what
Y'all
I do
know
for a
me.
living.
Y'all know me.
All right, Jack Cochran, anything you want to shill?
Yeah, I did solve the mystery of who stole Ralph's purse when Ethan Ralph got mugged. So that video's been pretty good. It's been doing pretty well. So I'll drop the link to that.
Was it Christian?
No, it's a
Oh.
surprise. It's totally unexpected. You won't believe it, but it'll make total sense once I explain it.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Alright.
I haven't done very much.
Okay, and so I think we should be back next week at the normal time on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys then.
And rest
See you
brush
guys.
it freaks.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh,